Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to another Company of Heroes video. And this is one with lots of tearing going on. I'm torn between whether or not I played well, I'm torn between whether or not my opponent played well, and I'm torn between whether or not I should even upload this video. So there's lots of tearing going on with this video. And this is also one of those videos where I can't commentate it without uh, spoiling the ending. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I lose. So that's the ending. I lose. I don't win, unlike the past few games. Now that I've said that, I can actually talk about the things I want to talk about this game, and it'll all make sense, unlike what it would have sounded like before, which would not have made sense. Um, so my opponent is level 14. I'm level 10 as Vermok. My max level is 12, which is just recent. I finally reached level 12. And so I expected him to win. I did say we've probably played before. He says I probably won last time. He probably won last time. He was saying the I. And I would kind of agree with him because he is level 14, so he probably did win last time. But the reason I wanted to show you this game is because of, like, I just don't get it. I want to know if you guys could explain this to me. So I, in my opinion, played terribly this game for a couple of reasons. One, I was tired. Two, my right arm is tired because of a lot of stuff I did like 2 days ago in terms of like manual labor. So my micro was terrible. My mouse accuracy was terrible. My mouse movement speed was terrible. So I overall played pretty terribly in this game. And yet, against a level 14 player, I held on really, really well, which is, I don't get it. That's why I want to show you this game. I truly do not get it. Here I'm asking him his level, he'll say 14, and then I will say, okay then, why are we playing each other? Because we should not be playing each other. And he's level 14, I checked after the game. So he is right, he is for level 14. I guess now that I've explained why I'm showing you this video, let's go ahead and talk about the video and what's happening. So I saw his first rifle squad. Here's maybe the same rifle squad, maybe the second rifle squad. I'm not really sure. It's probably the second rifle squad considering I have 2 units out. So I have my Volks go to the left and shoot at these rifles at long range from cover. And basically I'd win the engagement if he decided to fight, but he doesn't. He is smart. And he backs up. He also doesn't charge, which is smart. Instead, he does back up. If he had charged, he probably would have died. So, very smart of him to do that. It was also smart of me not to chase him because it was a definite lure. If I had chased him, he would have had cover. I would have been losing whatever fight happened after the chase. And here we see a medic tent. So I'm like, hey, I can do the same thing. Let's build a medic bunker. And I can do it better than you can. Because mine requires 4 men for a free squad, yours requires 6. Mine gives me 300 manpower for free, yours gives you 270 manpower for free. Mine gives me veterancy, yours gives you no veterancy. So I was like, hey, well, this will be easy. It's just medic versus medic in this game. It's going to be rifles versus grenadiers. I can already see this. And according to the title of the video, you can know that's what happens in this game. For like the last half hour of this game, it is nothing but him sending rifles at me and me sending grenadiers at him. Literally nothing but that. Literally. Well, I mean, there's artillery. Tons of artillery, but it's basically rifles versus grenadiers. And that's why I made it the title of the video. So there is one downside to my medic bunker compared to his medic tent. I don't actually have the 50 munitions to make it a medic bunker. I just have a empty bunker sitting there. So that was a bit of an issue and it gave me a delayed start. But I'm gonna make it a medic bunker soon here. I did lay a mine. I reached 50 and then delayed a mine, so I no longer have 50 and now I'm at 33. MG is shooting at a flamer squad, and whenever your opponent gets a flamer squad this early on, you know it's going to be semi-deadly, especially if you go for Vet 2, because Vet 2 changes the armor of Grenadiers. I don't think it changes the armor of Volks Grenadiers. Volks Grenadiers don't really get anything at Vet 2, But for Grenadiers, it changes the armor and makes them extremely vulnerable to flames. So he's basically saying, hey, if you're going to get veterancy, you're going to get flamed up and die. And I ignored the warning. I was just like, whatever, I don't care. I think I can still beat your flames with sheer firepower. Now, on the left side, we have an engagement, which I am definitely winning, because it's basically one rifle squad versus two Volk squads, and then he backs up that squad and brings in his other rifle squad, and it's once again one rifle squad versus two Volk squads. And now there's a rifle squad coming in from the south, and this is an obvious win for me, but then there's bars. Bars pop, and it's just like, oh boy. Bars at close range versus two Volk squads. Who was gonna win? I win. I am actually surprised I won that. I am surprised. I didn't think I was going to win that. I had my finger on the retreat key, ready to press it, as soon as I knew I was going to lose the battle. But I wasn't sure if I was going to lose or win, and apparently I won. And then he charges me, and takes a surprisingly large amount of damage, and I end up winning this battle again. I don't know how I won that battle, so I won 2 battles, and that was just amazing for me. I guess it was green cover because Volks and really all the Wehrmacht units get tons of bonuses from cover. Americans don't get that many bonuses. I don't know about the Brits and Panzer Elite. Nobody's really studied what bonuses they get from cover, as far as I know. If anyone has, I haven't found the studies. So yeah, I don't know what the Brits and Panzer Elite are like, but Volks and all Axis units, Axis being Wehrmacht, not Panzer Elite, get tons of bonuses from cover, so always be in cover if you're playing as Wehrmacht. So while that engagement happened, I was capturing the whole right side of the map, and I pretty much have it now, except he has a rifle squad that is decapping my fuel, and he also, with that same rifle squad, decapped one of the munitions points on the right side, specifically this one, and I hate that bug where they don't actually capture the point. That's really annoying. Campcraft Center completed. As you can see, I am totally ignoring the fact that he's going to flame me out if I get veterancy. I am going for veterancy rather than teching, which is what I normally do. I do normally go for veterancy. And now he's chasing my rifles. I don't have rifles, my pioneers. And that's really smart of him. He is level 14, so he knows what he's doing, more or less. 16 is the second to the last level, so he's 2 away from the second to the last level. That's one way to think of it. Or 4 levels. That's probably the better way to think of it, away from the top. 4 levels away from the top is the better way to think of it, probably. That's what I was trying to say. But it was really smart of him to go for my Pioneers instead of my Volks, because he would have lost against the Volks. But he could push off my Pioneers, force me to retreat, and I wouldn't have that point for a longer period of time. That was just really smart of him. And I even realized that as I was playing, and as he was chasing my Pioneers, like, oh, really? You're going to do that to me? Well, it was really smart, I will give you that, but it's annoying. Because it works. Whatever works is annoying. There was a big mistake of mine. You see, he's sending 3 rifle squads to flank my MG, and that was because he knew my MG was there. And I didn't move it after he found it. You should always move your MGs after they're found when you're playing as any faction. Whatever faction you're playing as, after your MG is found, move it, because otherwise your opponent will simply flank it, and this will happen. Where I am losing terribly. I am completely retreating off the field. Yeah, entirely retreating. He's taken almost no losses in this battle. So very well done flank by him. He knew where both my MGs were, and he was able to flank both of them, really. I did put one in the bunker, which a bunker is supposed to be really, really strong, especially against grenades and bullets. Not against flames, but grenades and bullets, which is exactly what my opponent is using to kill it, to kill the MG in the bunker. And somehow he's having lots of success, especially with that first grenade he threw. Oh my god, that did so much damage. I don't know how. When I was playing, I was like, oh my god, really? How does a grenade do that much damage to a unit in a bunker? The bunkers are supposed to prevent grenades from doing anything. But that didn't happen. So I lost the MG, and I managed to keep the whole right side of the map, but I did lose quite a few units in that process. I don't know if I have a med bunker or just a regular bunker over there yet. I wasn't paying attention. I think it is a med bunker. Yeah, it is. So his medic tent is working. My med bunker is not doing much of anything. As you can see, the medics are just standing still next to it, doing nothing. So that sucks for me. I did try to cut him off with my Volk squad, as you saw earlier, but that didn't work. I just had to retreat. And now they're sitting at the base, with the bottom of the screen selected now. And he is pushing on the victory points, which is a smart move. Keep me pressured. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say keep the pressure on me, and then I said keep me pressured, and I was questioning whether or not that made sense in English, and it does. He's flanking me again. Wonderful. He has a single flamer engineer squad here, flanking me. He's throwing down artillery, so I quickly go defensive just to make sure the bunker survives. I'm not sure that was the best decision. Like I said, I was tired, and I just wanted to make sure the bunker survived. It may have been a stupid decision because of the simple fact that maybe Blitz or Terror would have been better for me. I don't know. And I won't know, like, ever, really. So yeah. The bunker survived, but I just lost a Volk squad. Wonderful. I assume it was in the middle engagement here. And I do have Vet 2, which is equal to BARs. And I am using my grenades effectively, but he is retreating effectively, so my grenades don't really do much. They're like a 25 munition force retreat. That's actually really, really efficient. Because normally a force retreat's 100 munitions from Terror. Instead, I get them with no doctrine and for only 25 munitions. And that's actually quite useful. So grenades are good. In that push, though, my opponent did manage to capture the plus 10 munitions point in my side of the map, and the strategic point closer to him on my side of the map, and a fuel point on my side of the map. So that really sucks. And here you can see his medics at work. I'm like, hey, let's shoot his medics because they are right here. Might as well shoot them. He ran over a mine. Yay. Always use mines. Always use mines. Don't overuse them. Don't underuse them. Just use them normally. If you don't know how to use them appropriately, I don't really know what to say. Look at replays of people using them, such as my videos. Now it's time for another push from him, it looks like. I did send a Grenadier squad over to shoot at the squad that hit the mine, but he was watching the squad. He has another squad next to the house shooting at my squad of Grenadiers. Not working out too well. And here you can see now he's charging, grenading, back up, yes. I survived, only lost a man. That's actually quite big, because I do have a Panzerschreck on the squad, because I was expecting an M8 sometime soon. He's had a lot of fuel for a while, so I did go with the Panzerschreck. But that has killed my anti-infantry capabilities, so I had to throw a grenade. That was my only chance. And here's a pack. Like I said, I was expecting an M8 sometime soon. I'm not going to say anything else about that M8 yet. I actually didn't retreat my Grenadier squad. That is interesting. I would have right now. And this really sucks right here. I get the cap, retreat, and you can guess what happens. Yeah, you guessed right. Because I said it sucks. Obviously, I lost the squad. What else would happen? Retreating Pyro squad. It sucks. What could possibly happen? So he has pushed me off the right side quite well. He's pushed me off the left side entirely. I was trying to capture it, but that's not working anymore. I am recapturing the right side, which is a good thing, but he's pushed me off of it so well that he's gotten quite a few resources out of it, and that's resources I'm not getting that he is, and as a result, he's getting a lot of resources. And I'm not getting very many at all to spend, and this just sucks. With that MG, I thought it was just out of range of grenades. I was wrong. So, watch this. Well, maybe don't watch it because I'm going to move the camera. But we'll go back to it and see there's no MG there anymore. Yeah, that sucked. I'm playing terribly, like I said. arm hurt and I was tired, so I couldn't really help it. In fact, this is oddly enough the only game I've been playing terribly in. Like if I play Call of Duty, I do fine, despite the fact that my arm hurts, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, my arm hurt and I was tired, so I'm playing terribly, and we get to see all my failures, and you can laugh at me all you want in the comments. I don't care. I deserve it. I'm playing terribly. So I did push him off the left side, and but he did cap my +5 fuel next to my base, and here comes some more artillery. But on the left side, he is taking cover, so I'm like, what do I do now? I don't want you to have the left side. I would like the left side because I want more map control. More map control is obviously better. Well, to a point. If Wehrmacht has like half the map at the beginning of the game, then there's a chance they'll overextend themselves, and then the American player will take over because of good flanking, and that's a case where map control is bad. But in this case, it is good. We want more map control. But I guess he moved his rifle squad, moved up on the left side to capture the munitions point, because I want munitions more than I need fuel. And look at that, the squad is just dead from artillery. So I now know he's gone infantry doctrine, infantry company. He is using artillery very successfully. And he got very lucky with the artillery in this game. He got very, very lucky. You already know he's gone infantry company. And he uses artillery a lot in this game. And let's just say he sends like 20 barrages in this game. And out of those 20 barrages, maybe like 17 of them wipe out an entire Grenadier squad on the first shell. That is extremely lucky. It was ridiculous how lucky he got with artillery in this game. I just wanted to quit because of it, because it was just like, how much luck is on your side? And now we get to see shells coming from his base, from an on-map artillery unit. There goes a Pioneer squad. He is shelling my med bunker. He knows that's going to be the bane of his existence, so he wants it dead. Just like I want his medic tent dead. I throw it for the fatherland, because I am very outclassed here in terms of damage output, and I want to make sure I survive this push from him, so I throw for the fatherland, which is one of the benefits of going defensive, and I used it quite effectively in this game. Normally I don't use the ability, but there was a replay I was watching, like, I don't know, a week ago, where they used it effectively. I was like, I forgot about that ability. Man, whenever I go defensive, I should start using that. It's so good. It is really good, actually. Better than Inspired Assault for terror. Because Inspired Assault makes you take more damage, but you do more damage as well, so it's just like, that's a trade-off. Overall, it is better, but still a trade-off. For the fatherland, you just get more defense, and that is all. It's completely positive. There's no downside to using it. I did get Vet 3 on infantry a while back. I got Vet 3 pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. I also got Vet 1 on support units, and I'm going to get Vet 2 on support units before this game is over, I believe. I believe that's the case. Hey, my MG is facing the wrong way! How wonderful. Time to retreat them. I'm not going to retreat them, am I? No, so I'm going to try and support it. Let's see how this turns out. I don't remember how this turns out. There goes the bunker. That sucks. He's had so much artillery going down on it, I couldn't repair it. So it gets to die. He's throwing a grenade, it misses, he loses a rifle squad. Yes! I have killed a full rifle squad. That's gonna hurt him. Of course, I've lost a lot more than just one infantry squad. In fact, I just lost an MG. So basically, killing his rifle squad got balanced out immediately. So that sucks. Now I'm gonna lose a pack. That sucks as well. I'm just losing units left and right. I'm getting pushed back. He is fully in my territory. Time to launch some more for the fatherland, because I am outclassed. 3 rifles with BARs versus 2 Grenadiers, 1 with the Panzerschreck, and for the fatherland. Who will win? I think I will. because I have Vet 3 in for the Fatherland, which he cannot counter even if he has Vet 1 on his true rifle squads remaining. Don't you just hate when your squad runs through the enemy when the enemy is really good at close range? That really sucks, because then you just take unnecessary extra damage. Am I going to lose the squad? Am I going to lose the squad? Ooh, they get out of there barely. This squad may not get out. They need to retreat. And now here comes artillery on my Wehrmacht quarters. Wonderful. Oh. My mortar's doing quite a good job. It's suppressing and killing units. Enemy units, not friendly units. There goes a pioneer squad. Oh my gosh. More full units getting wiped out by artillery that's not supposed to actually be close enough to kill them. I don't know. I didn't think that they were close enough to die from the artillery, so I left them there, but apparently they were, and they ended up dying because of it. My Volks beat that Bard Rifle Squad. That is awesome. Vet 0 Bard Rifle Squad. My pack is decrewed. There's enemy medics going to work. I don't have a medic bunker anymore, and you'll see that I'm trying to make a medic bunker now. So I'm placing it down next to the victory point, and is this the time where I'm really indecisive? Oh, look at that. First shell from the artillery blows up the whole squad. No warning or anything. I think my game is bugged. This whole game that you're watching, from all the artillery that my opponent sent down, I never once heard from my squads, incoming artillery, or artillery incoming, whichever one they say. Normally you hear it like every time artillery is coming down on them, but I didn't hear it even once. So my game might be bugged, I don't know. But it really hurt me this game. I might have to reinstall the game. I know my game is bugged for sure with replays, because every replay I watch messes up the game even more. So like, you know the notifications on the left side? It's like bunker completed right there. Every replay I watch increases the delay for that notification to appear. So like, if I watched 100 replays and then I went to play a game and I completed a bunker, the bunker would get completed, and then 10 seconds later I would get a notification saying, bunker completed, even though it was completed from 10 seconds earlier. So my game is definitely bugged there with watching replays and then playing a real game. I don't know what that's about. If you know what that's about, let me know how to fix it, because I would really like to fix that. Yeah, it's a really annoying bug, and that's one reason I don't watch very many replays, because I basically have to reinstall the game at some point after watching enough replays, and that is annoying. That is very annoying, because I have the disc copy, and I have to update it every time. I am glad I have the disc copy over the Steam version, though. I've heard so many bad things about the Steam version. They may have been fixed now, but I know that when it first came out, there were so many bugs with the Steam version. Anyways, I'm rambling on about a topic totally unrelated to what you are watching on the screen. So while I was explaining that, my opponent pushed up, and he didn't get very far with that push. I managed to survive. Yay! I survived a push from my opponent. Aid station completed, so I did build another medic bunker next to the victory point. I figured that was out of the way enough to where my opponent wouldn't find it easily, but it was also close enough to the front line where I could use it effectively. And we will just have to see how that goes. This Volk squad is gonna die. Nope, the Volk squad get out alive. This squad might die though. Oh, well, there goes my MG to a grenade. That sucks. Luckily, he did lose 4 guys in a single mortar shell. That makes me happy. My mortar is definitely doing a good job. I'm glad I bought it. Yeah, definitely doing a good job. I needed to retreat that squad. Okay, good, I did retreat them. Are they gonna get out of there? That's really, really close. Mortar needs to retreat. They do get out of there. Does the mortar get out? The mortar does get out. Now this... Oh boy, more artillery on the medic bunker. He has already found it, and I just built it. I have received 0 new dead people from this bunker, so it was totally useless so far. Will it go down? Who knows? We'll find out. Probably not, considering it is a defensive bunker. So I asked him How many free rifle squads do you have? Oh, well, there goes the bunker. That sucks. Okay, so that bunker was useless. Waste of 150 manpower and 50 munitions. As I was saying, I asked the guy, how many free rifle squads do you have? He said 2. I was expecting a higher number than that because it really seemed like he had a ton of rifles. But that's 2 rifle squads for free. I have 0 free squads so far, and I have spent 300 manpower plus 100 munitions on med bunkers that don't even exist anymore. So that really sucks. I am just losing, like, so many things. And I'm playing terribly, and yet I'm kind of holding on. I'm like, I almost have 2 victory points. You can see the minimap. I have a squad right here. Yeah, well, I wasn't on the screen there very long, but you can see I almost had the middle victory point. So I'm basically holding on. And for a while later on in the game, I'm gonna have 2 victory points. My opponent will be losing quite significantly for quite a while in this game later on. His VPs actually get really, really low. Look at that, more artillery! Yay! Oh, there's so much artillery in this game, in this particular one that you're watching. There was so much artillery. It was just crazy. And like I said, he got really lucky with it. 17 out of like 20 barrages annihilated a squad on the first shell, and I didn't get any warning, like I said, because I think my game is bugged. So, who knows? Anyways, my opponent's pushing up, and I'm pushing back, because that's what you have to do when your opponent pushes up, if you want to keep your territory. And he's responding correctly. More artillery. That's not what I was wanting to say. He was responding correctly by moving his rifles to my weak spots. And look at this squad go down because he's moving his rifles intelligently. The artillery is just annoying and forces me to move even when I don't want to move. I'm glad I went with Vet 3 on my Grenadiers. They really needed that, especially with all the grenades my opponent's throwing. There's some I can't dodge, like the ones you just watched, and that's where Vet 3 really, really comes in handy, because without that you wouldn't even survive the grenades. Now you may be thinking, Supra, you're floating 310 fuel. Why don't you build tanks? And the answer is, I am trying desperately to hold on to what territory I have. I don't want to try and build tanks and lose the whole map in the process, because if I do that, my opponent will know something's up, and he'll think, oh, he's fully vetted, so he must be teching now. I should get anti-tank, and then he'll have a counter for it, and that'll be that. I would have wasted tanks, or wasted my resources on getting tanks that wouldn't have any effect on the field. So that's why I didn't go for tanks. I just wanted to keep my map control, do my best to possibly win this, and obviously it didn't work, because like I said at the beginning, I lost. Maybe I should have gone for tanks. It may have been better, just in my mind. It doesn't seem like it would be better. Now I do have another MG out. I think it's a brand new one, so I've lost 2 MGs, and I now have a third. There's an enemy medic. Gotta shoot at him. I am capturing the middle victory point. That is awesome. Moving on down the defensive doctrine. I decided to go for everything except for the artillery at the bottom right side of the tree because I don't have 200 munitions, so it's useless to me. I don't need to get it yet. This is crazy. This shows you how bad. It shows you how good Flamers are against Vet 2 infantry. My squad does nothing to him. He does a lot to my squad, as we are about to find out. No, that was another engagement apparently. Okay, I was wrong. So, another time in this video, in that same exact spot, he will own me with his Flamers. He has a Vet 3 rifle squad. That's insane. He's done a lot of killing. Am I gonna lose the squad? I think I do. If I remember correctly, I do lose the squad. This is... yeah. Baytex, which I recently added as a friend, asked me if I wanted a 2v2 when we're done. I meant to answer you, by the way. I just forgot because of what's going on in the game. As you can see, I am getting quite outflanked and not doing very well, so that's what happened. I simply forgot to answer you. I was not trying to ignore you. But, yeah. My opponent has done a really good job of flanking me. He's known where my MGs are, and I'm not moving him enough to where he wouldn't be able to flank them very easily. I lost a unit. I don't know what unit I lost. I didn't know what I lost when I was playing, and I don't know what I lost now. I just heard unit has died in heroic fashion or something like that. Whatever the guy says, I can't think of it right now. My opponent does retreat, oddly enough. I guess he knew he was going to start losing the battle, so it was a good time to retreat. There goes another Pioneer squad. They're just dying, repairing the Wehrmacht quarters. I tried so hard to keep that thing alive this whole game. In the end, he does destroy it, but I tried so hard. It was insane. Like, most of what my Pioneers did is just repair that thing this whole game. Repair that and everything else in my base, really. That MG is uncrewed, sitting in the middle. And now my opponent is just coming in, waltzing into my base. He should have known I had defensive doctrine. I assume he knew, because I did use For the Fatherland multiple times. He also saw how strong my bunkers were, so he should have known that I had For the Fatherland. So I don't know what he's doing, except maybe throwing down artillery, which is the only thing I could think of when I was playing. So I don't know. I am attacking his medic tent. There was a mine there. It blew up and hurt me. He has an AT gun, good to know. Tanks will have an immediate counter on the field. I have finally taken down his medic tent. That is awesome, but then there's another mine there. He's charging in with a Vet 3 rifle squad, a Vet 2 rifle squad, and a Vet 1 rifle squad, which is now a Vet 2 because I just killed someone. So I had no chance, immediately retreated. My MG42 is sitting there in the middle of the field, open for grabbing from my opponent. That's not good for me at all. He's probably going to take it too. Now he's shelling my HQ and Compcraft Center. That's not good. Especially because he's shelling the front of my HQ, where my units will retreat to. He can easily kill units on retreat there. Very smart of him. I do that myself sometimes when I think of it. I don't actually remember to do that very often, but when I do remember to do that, I do it, and it's very effective. Because any unit that's retreating will get hit by the shells, possibly, and die. So that's really useful. Here's a flank that really fails. This Volk squad is screwed. I did tell him to retreat good. Now here comes my push after his push. His push did a really good job. It pushed me off the field entirely. But now here comes my push, and my push might do better than his push, especially if I focus fire, which I am doing, and that's a Vet 2 rifle squad. He's gonna lose if he's not careful. He lost a Vet 2 rifle squad. Ooh, that's a big loss for him. I almost lost a Panzerschreck squad, but I didn't. So that was good. But he did lose the Vet 2 rifle squad, so that is awesome. That's very, very awesome, because an unvetted rifle squad, which is what he gets from his medic tents, cannot stand up to my Vet 3 Grenadiers. What did I just lose at the HQ now from artillery? Wow. So much artillery just killing stuff on the first shell. Ah. He gets so lucky with artillery. So lucky. I hated how lucky he got in this game. Made me want to rage quit. Which I almost did this game. I almost did just, like, leave. F10, quit to main menu, and then go to a new game. Because he got really, really lucky with the artillery. But I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't quit. Here comes more artillery. I was actually expecting it. So I was prepared to move my squads when I saw the red flares. And I lost one guy to the artillery. That's really good. I actually dodged the artillery thing. It's the first one I've dodged this whole game. And that medic tent is already back up. He has another medic tent already. Wonderful. You will notice that my opponent at this point in the game has done nothing but send engineers and rifles at me. And he's done a really good job with them. And oh boy. I do launch for the fatherland here, but then I realize, oh, I'm not in friendly territory. Move to friendly territory, hurry! Because it only works in friendly territory. So that was a mistake of mine. Like I said, I didn't play very well in this game, but I played so badly that I launched for the fatherland, but I'm not even in my own territory. It's kind of sad, really. I'll laugh at myself over it. I don't really care. Everyone has bad games and bad days in this game. He did push up again, and he successfully pushed me back, especially with that artillery. And I managed to fend off his push successfully after I moved back and got some reinforcements from other squads. So I decided to go capture the middle points again, and I'm sending one Grenadier squad over to capture that fuel point on the right side of the map. That should be mine, but is not mine because my opponent has pushed me back so far that it is not mine anymore. So you'll get to see what happens to that squad. Can you guess what happens? It has something to do with artillery and the word off map. Just something. I sent like I was really stupid about it. I sent like 3 or 4 squads on their own to go capture that fuel point at different points in time in this game, and every single time I did, this happened. Lose all members from the first shell every single time, without fail. So that really sucked, and I was stupid about it. I kept sending them without watching them. I was like, every time I go there, my opponent sends artillery. Maybe I should start watching them, but that didn't click in my head, so they just kept dying every time I sent them there. I'm gonna lose this squad, aren't I? Yep, they just died. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm doing a very good job losing units in this game. And hey, look at that. This time I launched for the fatherland in friendly territory. That's what you're supposed to do. And more artillery going down on my Wehrmacht quarters. So I'm gonna have to repair it again. Now it's another Vet 3 rifle squad on the left side of your screen. So many vetted rifle squads. Vet 1 on that rifle squad now. Another grenade incoming from him? No, actually. I would have expected one. That's why I moved this Grenadier squad over here, because I fully expected him to throw a grenade at me. And I thought it would come at the 2 squads that were clumped up, but he didn't throw a grenade, which I thought was quite interesting. His choice. His choice, really. At some point in this game, he did OP the plus 16 munitions point on the left side of the map that he has, and that is why he has the ability to throw in so much artillery and grenades. I just thought I'd let you know that. Here you can see me deciding where to place another med bunker because the previous 2 got destroyed, but I really, really want one because at this point I'm thinking, hey, I am winning this game. A med bunker working to give me zombie grenadiers would actually help push me over this edge and possibly win against a level 14 player. That would be awesome. And hey, look, another dead squad to artillery. There's something wrong with the muscle in my mouth, so I'm having trouble pronouncing certain words. But yeah, I wanted a med bunker so I could push him over the edge and possibly win against a level 14 player, but I couldn't really decide where to put it. I am being very indecisive about it, and you'll really get to see that here. At some point I do decide on the spot. I haven't decided yet because you can see on the minimap there is no square in an unusual spot. So I haven't built the med bunker yet, but I'm still deciding where to put it. Haven't decided yet. My opponent is pushing up with 2 Vet 3 rifle squads. Oh my gosh. How was I winning that battle at all? That's what I want to know. And before the fatherland saved me. It might be that. It is really good. It's a really good ability. I don't use it enough at all whenever I go defensive. Zeal is also a good ability on Terror Doctrine, and it's a passive ability. You don't have to spend munitions. It just makes your infantry fight better as they take losses. So if you have like a 1-man Panzerschreck squad, he will be more accurate and fire faster than if there was there were 4 men in that same squad. So Zeal is a good ability in Terror, but For the Fatherland really is good for your defenses. So here I'm deciding once again, where do I want to place the med bunker? I decide next to my strategic point, and I'm thinking that's a good place where my opponent won't find it once again, but it is close enough to the front line where it'll be useful. And we'll just have to see how that turns out. I don't actually know how that turns out because I have forgotten. I placed so many med bunkers in this game, I don't remember which ones were which and what happened to each one. Yeah. So much artillery going down in my Wehrmacht quarters. But I am pushing up. That's a Vet 3 rifle squad going down, but he does retreat. Very good for him, not of him. For him. Vetted rifles. Too many. Yep. Too many vetted rifles. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. But I just say, yeah. I don't feel like saying tell me about it. Because I don't actually want him to tell me about it. He might actually do that, I don't know. Sarcasm is always questionable on the internet. You never know if it will be noticed as sarcasm or not, so it's better just not be sarcastic. I can be sarcastic in commentary because you're listening to me. You can tell when it is sarcasm and when it's not. But in text, you can't really tell. So we have this Panzerschreck squad, and wow, a shell missed. Oh my gosh. The squad actually survived, and I was watching them that time. Oh, look at this med bunker. It just finished. Look at it. I think if it's what I'm thinking of, this is terrible. This med bunker just finished. My opponent looks at it. He's like, oh, I can't do anything about that with rifles, so let's just walk away. And let's send down all my artillery on that med bunker to make sure it doesn't do anything at all. So there's already artillery coming down on the med bunker. Wow. It did not live for even a minute so far, and it already has artillery on it. Yeah. You can see why I was kind of hesitant to build med bunkers. And at this point in the game, I was thinking about tanks. I was considering them strongly. But another reason, to add on to my reasons for not grabbing or buying tanks, is if I were to build the Panzer Command, it would just get artillery down as soon as my opponent found it. And he was likely to find it because anywhere I put in my base, he would either shell it and find it through the fog of war that way, or he would see it as he's coming around the left side, right side, or anywhere in my base, because he's constantly getting close to my base. He's able to see into my base really, really easily, and he does come to the left side, as you are seeing right now on the minimap. He has a rifle squad over there. So, yeah, that's one reason I decided not to go for tanks at this point in the game. Is like, if I do it, the building will just get destroyed, and that'll be a waste of resources, because I do have to tech it tier 4 before I can even build the building. Hey, look, another dead rifle squad, or Grenadier squad, not rifle squad. So, once again, first shell that lands, and it annihilates the squad. He got so lucky with artillery. Insanely lucky. I hated it. I hated it so much. This squad's gonna die. Why are they not retreating? Maybe it was a retreat bug. I probably was pressing T, considering how long they were sitting there dying. But, I don't know, they didn't retreat. There's more artillery on the med bunker, and it's about to die. It did live the minute, though. It lived the minute that I was talking about before, when I said it didn't even live a minute before it started getting artillery. It has now lived at least a minute, and it's gonna die eventually. Ooh, that would have been a nice grenade. That would have annihilated a lot of riflemen right there. And those were Vet 3 squads as well. That would have been an amazing grenade. But he noticed it, and he retreated. So, that was just like, well, could have been better, but at least I killed some men. This push is not going very well for my opponent. What is he doing? He's gonna lose the squad if he's not careful. He needs to retreat them. There we go. Even level 14 players sometimes make mistakes. There's a reason to level 14 and not 15 or 16 or 20. Which if you are 20 or 16, you're basically the same skill level, by the way. It's just, there's only one person can be 20. Everyone else will be 16. So, It just trades between who's at 20 and who's at 16. There is no 17, 18, or 19. I don't know why. There just isn't. That's what they chose to do when they made the levels. Oh. I do have 2 victory points. My opponent has 193 total remaining points, and as you can see, I am winning. And I have once again thrown out for the fatherland when I'm not in my own territory. That's such a fail. I think I do that like 3 times this game, so I've already done it twice. There's one more to come. One more for the fatherland fail to come. I did buy a half track. My idea with the half track was to get a Flammenwerfer or a walking Stuka and hopefully deal with his rifles that way. But sadly, there's a pathing fail. The half track comes to a stop, it gets 3 stickies, and it is dead. Out of control. Wow. That was not even my fault. That was just a pathing fail. Which I guess you could consider a pathing fail my fault, but also not my fault. It's the game's fault. It just depends on how you think of it. So that really sucks. The half track was on the field literally less than 30 seconds before it died. I'm doing a terrible, terrible job playing. More artillery on my Wehrmacht quarters. He tried so hard to kill that thing. I tried so hard to keep it alive. There's even off-map artillery coming down on it now. I think it just got blown up. No, it's still there. Almost blown up. There we go. Now it's gone. So there goes my Wehrmacht quarters. And I'm just like, oh great, that's the turning point. I don't really need the building, but it's kind of good to have it. Because it has an MG on the top of it, and that MG is keeping my units alive. Because my opponent keeps getting really, really close to my base, and the MG suppresses them. So that MG was quite nice. And now I no longer have it. So now all I have for building things is Tier 2, Kriegsbarracks. So all I'm building is Grenadiers. That's all I'm building. And I think I actually queued a half track because I wanted a half track again to try one out again. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't remember how that goes. Suppressing fire from the BARs. I am suppressed, pinned actually, after retreat. And that's the end of my capping over there. What is building in there? Yeah, half track, okay. So I did queue the second half track like I thought I did. And as you can see, I have the Flammenwerfer upgrade available. And I decided to buy it. So, the reason I wanted that was to flame his rifles out and hopefully it did a lot of damage. Flames are always questionable in this game, because you never know how well they're going to do. Sometimes they do well. Like I've seen a single Pioneer squad with flames and now the entire rifle squad at point blank range, where rifles really excel. Sometimes flames won't do anything at all in terms of damage, so flames are questionable, but I decided to get the upgrade anyways because I needed something to do bulk damage, and flames are really, really good at doing bulk damage. Bullets are not, because bullets do not penetrate humans in this game. So, yeah, flames, that's why I wanted them. I am salvaging the old half-track wreck in my base, and that was really smart of me because I needed the munitions as well. So I was tempted to say, I'm glad you destroyed that half-track, I needed the munitions, but I was like, no, I don't want to tell him that. He'll know I'm low on munitions, he'll know what points to capture. Let's not be smart about this. Or let's be smart about this, let's not be a smart aleck. So, I didn't tell him that in this point in the game, but I was tempted. Luckily I chose not to. 2 Vet 3 Rifle Squad, 3 Vet 3 Rifle Squads, oh my gosh. 3 Vet 3 Rifle Squads versus 3 Vet 3 Grenadiers, the rifles will win because American Vet 3 is much stronger than Wehrmacht Vet 3. However, with For the Fatherland going, I don't really know which one's better. Not enough testing done yet. So, I won the battle, I guess, because with For the Fatherland, I could win with my Vet 3 versus his Vet 3. Long game, yes it is. He says yeah, he agrees. Almost over. I was like, no, I think I'm winning right now. You have fewer victory points, I am capturing the middle victory point. I think I'm winning. It's not almost over. You're wrong. I was tempted to say that, but I actually forgot to say that. I intended to, but I forgot. I was too busy doing stuff. Like microing away from this artillery. Oh my gosh, so much artillery. It was so annoying. And even though it looks like I'm winning, by the way, I'm not actually winning. He has tons of rifles sitting in his base reinforcing, as we will soon see. So his almost over was quite correct. It was almost over at this point. But I'm amazed at how long I'm holding on, because like I said, I'm a level 10 Wehrmacht player, level 12 max in all 4 factions. He is level 14, so I'm amazed at how well I'm holding on, especially because I'm playing so terribly and losing so many squads. That was the amazing part. I mean, if you exclude the fact that I'm playing terribly, just the fact that I've lost so many squads and yet I am still holding on this well and actually winning in terms of victory points is amazing, in my opinion. So this is why I don't get it. Can you guys explain this to me? I am playing terribly. I have lost a ton of squads. I have gotten 1 squad from 3 medic bunkers, so that was not cost efficient at all. He's gotten at least 2 rifles and not 3 from his medic tent, so he has a lot more rifle squads for free. So I don't get it. How am I holding on so well? I mean, yes, he is in my base. So you could say I'm not holding on, but I am. I'm winning. Overall, I am winning. He's winning with his pushes, but then he has to pull back, and I am overall winning as a result. I don't get it. I just don't get it. If any of you can explain it for me, go ahead, because I don't get it. That's why I wanted to show this game. He is capturing the middle victory point now. Like, hey, here's a half track. Let's go attack you, and let's buy Vet 1 for my half track as well, because why not? I feel like buying some veterancy. Let's just buy it for something that'll be useful on. I also wanted to make it possibly survive 3 stickies. I don't know if that one makes a half track able to survive 3 stickies or not, but I wanted it to at least try. There's his medics at work next to my half track. I even tell the half track to attack him. By the way, the half track cannot attack medics very effectively. At least in this game it didn't. I would assume it could, but in this game it did not at all. Look at this thing. The half track is failing so badly. It's... wow. Oh, it's sad how bad the half track was failing there. The medic's just getting away unscathed. Wonderful. I guess that's a pro tip. Don't make your flame half tracks attack medics because they won't do it. My opponent is moving up now, and it's time for another push from him. There's 2 stickies on my half track already. Oh my gosh. Out of control. Okay, yeah, 2 stickies will kill the half track. I don't know if it had Vet 1 when that happened or not. If it did, oh my gosh, Vet 1 did nothing for me. If it didn't, then who knows what Vet 1 does for it. But that's the second half track down. I have lost so many units. So many units. This push of his is going really well. He's completely pushed me off the map. I'm once again pushed back into my base. But overall, like before, I am still winning. I have more victory points, and I do have fewer fighting units. I am losing squads, but overall I am winning. But then here comes artillery. Oh my gosh. The first shell from that artillery killed out, or wiped out a Grenadier squad. So once again, the first shell that lands wipes out an entire Grenadier squad. Vet 3 squad at that. So he got insanely lucky with the artillery. I do not like how lucky he got at all. But despite his luck, I am still overall winning. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Hey, a medic tent. It's still there. So I'm like, hey, let's go attack it. There's probably mines there. I don't know if there's mines there as I'm commentating this, but I'm betting there's mines there. Oh, well, there's an MG. We won't find out if there's mines. That's why I don't know if there's mines. I never actually find out. Because there's an MG there preventing me from finding out at all. I could have gone to the left of the hedgerow to get the MG. Well, look at that. First shell that lands. Another squad entirely wiped out. Just, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, whoopsie. Any of you who live with little kids might get that joke. But, it's insane how lucky he got with the artillery. And it's also insane how well I'm holding on against all of his rifles and such. That's a Vet 1 Flamer Engineer squad, my gosh. Wow. That squad's Vet 1. But I killed it, yay, that's a Vet 1 Engineer squad down. Now retreat some squads. And artillery comes down just a little too late. It misses all 3 squads that were there. Oh, look at that first shell that lands on the point. Squad's dead. Just wiped out. Dead entirely. Do I need to keep repeating myself, or can I just say that you guys know what I would be saying right now about that artillery? I think you guys know what I would be saying if I felt like saying it, but I've said it too much this game. But it's so true. Anyways, I was salvaging the wreck from the second half-track that died, and I got munitions from that, so that was good. I know that my opponent really wanted to drain my munitions. I know he did, because of all the times I used For the Fatherland and all the times I used grenades. He knew that if he could cut off my munitions income, I wouldn't be able to keep doing that using those 2 abilities, so he definitely wanted my munitions gone, and he did a good job trying to get rid of my munitions. So I'm once again trying to find a spot for the bunker, a med bunker, because I once again want a med bunker. I'm like, if I can just get a med bunker, get all these zombie grins, I can possibly win against this level 14 player. Because I am holding on as it is, losing all these squads. If I get the zombie squads in here as well, I'll be truly winning and have a stable lead over my opponent. So I really wanted the med bunker, but I was indecisive about where to put it. I'm once again gonna decide, where do I want to put it? I almost put it at the back here, as you see, but then I'm like, no, don't do that, because it'll be too far back, it won't be of any use to me. Let's put it, where do we want to put it? Right here. And I don't actually know if I decide to keep it there. Oh, I just lost a Grenadier squad. Goes For the Fatherland a little too late. More artillery coming down, wonderful. I am building a bunker for real. Okay, so that's where the next med bunker is going to be. This will be the, what, the 4th med bunker? 4th or 5th? I think the 4th. That's crazy. My opponent did flank around on the right side and capture that, or decap the victory point, and he captured the middle victory point, so my victory points are now cutting down quite well. I am losing victory points, and this is kind of where it got to the point where it was just like, I don't have a chance of winning anymore. Yeah. I am able to capture the right victory point, and I'm going to capture the middle victory point. At least I'm going to try, I don't know if I do. But I don't have, like, at this point in the game, I am still very, very confused as to how I have held on for so long with as many losses as I've taken. 1 free squad, that's it, from 4 medic bunkers. I am just very baffled as to how I'm holding on. So it's safe to say that I am not confident I'm going to win, but I'm also kind of thinking I might win, because I'm confused as to how I've held on for this, so I don't know what the future holds. Maybe I'll hold on so well that I'll win, who knows? Because I still have the lead in victory points, and those are what matter in this, as I have said in many videos. In fact, I even proved it in one video. My opponent had the whole map, but I captured victory points and won. I have one video, I don't know what the video was called, but I have one video where that happened. That was just funny. The opponent has the whole map, I capture 1 victory point, or, well, 2, obviously, not just 1. And then I win, because he wasn't keeping track of his victory points. Victory points are very important. So, I lost my Wehrmacht quarters a long time ago. Never rebuilt it, and I don't ever intend to rebuild it in this game because, like I said when I lost it, I didn't really need it. The only thing I liked about it was having the MG on the top of it to prevent my opponent from entering my base. But that's not really worth the cost of building another Wehrmacht quarters. So I don't ever rebuild it. Instead I just do Grenadier spam, and as you can see, like I said at the beginning of the game, it's just his rifles versus my Grenadiers. We're just throwing them at each other, and that is that. Because I don't want tanks. He'll just destroy the building once he finds it. And he also has AT guns, 37 mils, and he also has stickies, as you have seen by the deaths of the 2 half-tracks. And here I'm just trying to be funny. I like how much cover you've given me, because he has thrown out so much artillery. I'm like, I really like how much cover you've given me. It's really useful. My squads are possibly surviving because of it. The ones that do survive, the very few that do survive. Now look at this, this is insane. He has artillery going in all 4 quarters around my squads here, but not on my squads. I was just like, oh my god, this is so lucky. I'm so lucky that all your artillery is going around my squads. And I do manage to get out of there before it shows up on my squads, and that was good for me. There is a push going on in the middle and the right. On the right side I am losing, I think, and I will be very soon if I'm not. Yeah, needed to retreat, there we go. His push was successful. I am completely off the map. I don't even have but one strategic point on the map. That is all I have. One little strategic point. Hold on a second. Okay. I think I'm good. Maybe not. Hold on. Let's take a drink of water. Okay, am I good now? I think I'm good now. Okay, so as I said, I don't even have that strategic point anymore. I have nothing on the field. My opponent has all 3 victory points. I have already told you I lost this game. I told you that at the very beginning of the video, so what happens from here, you can guess. I don't know if I forced my opponent to retreat at any point in time now. He has found my Kriegsbarracks. It just got blown up now, so that's it for me. I have to rebuild it if I want any more Grenadiers. This squad is screwed. They need to retreat. I retreated far too late there. They're possibly going to die. In fact, they're probably going to die. Are they going to die? Maybe? Oh, they got out of there. Wow. That was really close. Oh look, more artillery. See the flares there. Or the smoke. One of the two, whatever you want to call it. And I just lost a unit. I just lost another Grenadier squad. I can't even afford to build another Kriegsbarracks yet. Now I can, but it would cost me a lot. But it is my only option in terms of even trying to come back. I'm trying to capture the middle victory point. I do capture it, actually. And I'm trying to fight here. He has 1 Vet 3 squad. The others are 0 Vet. I just now realized that. When I was playing, I didn't realize that. So maybe I shouldn't have retreated. And maybe I would have won that, actually. I just retreated because I thought I was going to lose. There's 3 rifle squads charging me. But I didn't realize that 2 of them didn't have any Vet. I might have actually won that engagement. But instead, I retreated. I just teched to tier 4. Because I was like, well, tier 2 is gone. I don't really want to rebuild it. Let's just try tier 4. At this point, I'm pretty sure I lost, but let's just try tier 4. Because what do I have to lose, right? Now, some of you are going to tell me I should have gone tier 4 much earlier in the game because he wouldn't have had much of a counter to tanks. He wouldn't have killed them as easily, that's for sure, especially with artillery. And you might be right, I don't really know. As I said, I did have my reasons, I listed them out. I did my reasons for not going tier 4. Hey look, more artillery, but I saw it this time! No audio cue from the Grenadiers saying incoming artillery, but I saw it at least. So, He asked me, am I pop capped? I'm like, nope, not yet. 20 out of 37 is my pop cap right now. I was tempted to say not even close, but then that would have told him. I don't have very many units. So I chose to just say, not yet. I kept him in the dark. So I did pop for the Fatherland again, and once again, for the third time in this game, I popped it when I was not in friendly territory, so it did me no good. Wow. I had so many fails in this game, but at the same time, I held on against a level 14 player for so long, and I am a level 10 very much player. My max level is 12. I don't know if I actually am a level 12 player overall. I think I'm more of a level 11 overall, because that's just my skill level. But I am 12 max, level 10 is Wehrmacht, so I am proud of how long I held on against this guy. He is playing as a level 14 player. His skill level, overall, I can tell it is a level 14 player. Like, even if I was playing my best, I wouldn't have beat this guy. So he's definitely playing as a level 14 player. He's not playing badly, I don't think. So I don't know how I held on so long. Ostwind is out, but the game is over. So, yeah. I was pushed entirely back into my base. I had one strategic point on the map. That was it. So what Howies do you have? We have one Howie, bet 3. Looking for more. Second Howie, bet 3. Or 2, actually. So 2 Howies. And that was it. And he did OP that point, as you see. Like I said before. So he did. That's how he had so much artillery and grenades. He OP'd that plus 16 munitions point. He only had 2 howitzers. I thought he had 3. As much artillery was coming down, I thought he had 3. But he only had 2, which I thought was interesting when I finished the game. Yeah. So, I don't know how I held on so long. Really no idea. If you know, let me know in the comments. If you have any ideas even, let me know in the comments, even if you don't know. Yeah, even though I played so terribly, I still somehow held on. It was amazing. And that Vet 3 rifle squad was just sitting there preventing me from getting the plus 5 fuel. Even though I never even needed the fuel, I just wanted the point to have something on the left side of my base, but I could never get that back because the rifle squad was there. And I never attacked it with more than a Pioneer squad. Obviously, a Pioneer squad's not going to win against a Vet 3 rifle squad. If I sound like I have an accent, it's because my mouth is sore. I don't know what muscle it is, but it's sore. I don't know why. It's like I have tons of sore muscles or something. Anyways. Hope you all enjoyed. He did end up with more points than me. I was about to say I ended up with more points than him, but then no. He ended up with more points than me. So, yeah. I got him down to 131 victory points, so I don't know how I held on so long. That was just amazing. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys. At some point here, I'm going to be like, yeah, 4 Tigers already on the field. I'm like, how many munitions do you have? Because I assume he's using Manpower Blitz to get the Tigers, where you spend munitions in exchange for